Welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. It's early August and I have some harvesting to do. I'm behind. I've got potatoes and onions to take out of both the new and old gardens, and I've left them a bit too long. I just got busy this summer. The potatoes in particular I'm a little worried about because we've had problems with voles eating them before. So I'm going to go down and dig them up and see if I have some potatoes or whether I've been feeding the voles all year. Let's go have a look. So you can see the plants have died back. I'm going to dig them up. The pumpkins are taking over anyway, so they might as well have the room. And as I mentioned, in a couple of weeks they're going to be trenching right through part of this garden to put in our geothermal system. So I've got to get as much out of this garden as I can. Let's get going. There you go, the potato harvest of 2022. Not bad for free potatoes. As I mentioned before, I found, I guess it was about a 6-quart basket of potatoes, maybe not even that much, down in my cold cellar that I forgot about from last year, because I bought seed potatoes last year, Yukon Gold. And that basket was forgotten, started to sprout, so I thought, well, I'll just throw them in the ground because they were too soft to eat. And this is what I got. I would say about 20 pounds. About 20 pounds of potatoes. Now, the voles did get into the garden. These are the vole damaged potatoes. Not too many, really. The first year, I had almost every potato nibbled on. So that's not bad, but you know, I think if I'd left it even a couple of days more, they would have just worked their way down the rows. So any of these, if the nibble's not too bad, I may cut off the nibbled part and use them tonight. I won't try and store these. So I'll just cut off that, have some potatoes tonight. Some of these, though, you know, are too far gone. They'll be compost. But all in all, I'm very happy with my free potatoes. Now, let's get those onions out of the ground. Well, the potato harvest was a lot more work than I thought. The ground was so hard, it was like digging through concrete now. We haven't had the drought here like some places have, but it hasn't been particularly rainy either. So that was pretty tough, but I'm pleased with the outcome. The onions were much easier to take out, and it's a good thing I got them when I did because the pumpkins are absolutely taking over the garden. Here's what we got. So I think that is a great onion harvest. And that's not even all the onions I have. These were just the Dutch sets that I planted. Those are those little tiny onions.
that you buy in the net bags and plant. And the reason I plant them as well as starting some onions from seed is I find that these ones keep the best for storage. In the spring, these still will be nice and hard and firm, and some of the other onions I grow will already be soft and sprouting. So I use the other ones first and save my Dutch onions for the whole winter. In fact, I'm just using up the last of my Dutch onions from last season right now in my fridge, and they're still great. So this is very exciting to have this many onions ready for storage this year.
Now it's time to pull the Walla Walla onions and the early globe onions that were grown from seed that are growing in the new garden. And while we're here, I see that I have some cabbages that need to come out, so I'm going to quickly grab them as well. So I pulled 3 cabbage heads today, but you can see this one and this one have split open. Now this is not pest damage. This is because after a very dry summer, all of a sudden we had a decent rainfall a couple of nights ago. I should have gotten out and picked these before the rain came, but I'm behind, as I said. So when they take up too much moisture, they can split like this. Now I can still eat them. I'm just going to cut off the parts that have been exposed and use them for something where you chop the cabbage up, like slaw, coleslaw, or rice and cabbage dish that I do. Luckily, this one is still perfect, and this one is destined for cabbage rolls. And the extra cabbage leaves that are falling off are going to be a treat for the turkeys and the chickens. The cucumber harvest is getting out of control. A few more to pick today, and then it's time to make some sweet pickles. Uh-oh, I missed one. That's gonna make good cucumber salad. Shoot, I missed another one. These things are huge, but boy, they look good. Too big for pickles though. Now that's what I call a cucumber harvest. 2 great big ones for eating and lots for making pickles. So here's today's harvest. Potatoes, Dutch onions, cucumbers, cabbage, Walla Walla onions, and some early globe onions. Next time I'll show you how I get my potatoes and onions ready for storage with curing and drying. Bye for now.